Hello and welcome to the Gilded Age week 3. And I'm going to take a moment and talk about what it was like to work in the factories, as well as what life was like for the lower class of population, which made up of roughly, if not 50%, if not higher, of the population at this time. So factory life was very difficult. In fact, with the Industrial Revolution, one of the things that happens is the infant mortality rate goes up, as well as the national life expectancy also goes down at this time. So much so that the Industrial Revolution, which begins in England at this period, during the Industrial Revolution in Manchester, the city Manchester, the life expectancy was about 19 years, and this was pretty average. And this is because there was a lot of death and maiming that happens within factories, and this includes in the United States as well. Factory workers were men, women, and children, depending on the specialty of the factory itself. Men tend to do larger, heavier labor. More intricate labor was done by women and children. For instance, in textiles, in particular, were done usually by women and children. And children could be as young as 5 or 4. In the factories, they were supposed to have certain age limits to reduce at 10 or 12. However, most bosses of these companies did not check ages or did not care to check ages. Children were wanted to work particularly in textiles as well as other places because they had tiny hands that could reach in places. And because of these tiny hands would get stuck in machinery often, and so children were often killed. Families sent their children to factories because they had to, not because they wanted to get rid of their kids by any means. It was out of a necessity to afford life. You had more children, often just to be able to send them to work. There was like I said, a high mortality rate because people in the lower classes would have more factory injuries that happened. It was common to be maimed to the point where you could not work in the future. So there was also higher averages of alcoholism within these factories because of the harshness of life at this time. Uh, Children, like I said, would work often 10 to 12 hours a day. They would have to walk to the places in which they lived from their tenement houses or from other places, so they could be gone for hours upon hours without supervision of their parents. It's important to note where parents, this kind of breaks up a lot of the family, not only the family structure, but also family values in many ways. It was traditional where kids would work with their parents on the farm. Parents tend to have more understanding for their kids. They tend to not push them as hard. They tend to look out for them. Whereas in factories, that was not necessarily the case. Often the manager wasn't from the same class. There's a reason there's for the saying blue collar versus white collar class. Blue collar is generally because factory shirts and stuff were made out of denim, and it was a collar that had to stay. If you had a white collar, that means you had shirts that had interchangeable collars, which is very important at this time. It was a wealth standard. And these blue collar workers didn't, or sorry, the managers of these factories were not upper class or generally like lower middle class, and they didn't have as much sense of care for their workers because they were paid not to. They were paid not to be of the same group, to make these harsh decisions that came from above. And most of these factory managers had to meet deadlines and cost deadlines that were prescribed from up above, that people were seen as disposable. They were seen as cogs. Really, they were seen as parts of other machines. Women also had to work long hours and then also do the home. If you were pregnant, often you had to work until you gave birth. These factories were hot. They were stifling to the point in the summers. There was no ventilation because they didn't want, for instance, in the textile industry with cotton work, they wanted to make sure all the windows were shut so cotton wouldn't fly out the windows. So people would work in hundreds of degrees of weather. In the winter, they were often not heated, so people were very cold. It led to a large population of being very sick because they were malfed, tired, and cold. Also, with this, diseases tended to be really rampant, and this partially due to the health of the overall person, but also because of how life was in the Gilded Age. It was pretty gross. With larger populations living in cities, for example, you had more horses, and horses produce more. They produce a lot of waste. It was estimated that on the streets that it was over 1 million gallons of pee a day that would run into the streets of New York, and over 250,000 pounds of horse manure that would run into the streets, and people had to dispose of it, and often people lived in it. Tenement houses were gross. Tenement houses or group houses, you didn't want to be on the the bottom floor, because the bottom floor was the worst, because everything that flowed from the streets went into your houses and you lived amongst it. They were damp, they were overcrowded. Often you'd have an entire family of 9+ people living in a 1-bedroom space. The rents were very high, and these were often set by owners of factories. It was a very difficult place to live, and factories were difficult to work in. And people had, as I said, were cogs, and so they were seen as easily replaced. So if you got injured on the job, you were fired the next day. If you died on the job, you did not have any compensation. There was no workman's comp, there was no hours controls, there was no regulations when it came to children. And so when people talk about removing a lot of regulations when it comes to major manufacturings and how bad regulations are, actually, without those regulations, we wouldn't have things like workman's comp, workman's unemployment, set hours, and people overlook that. And we'll talk about how that kind of change that happens with factories next week with the Progressive Era. But this is kind of the understanding of how it was life was like in an industrial center.